Sorry to start the video this way, but I just got back from work. You already know about goblin hunting and all that, right? In fact, I haven't even taken off my goblin hunting uniform. You know, the official uniform of a goblin hunter is the Akatsuki cloak. And well, before starting the video, I have to, have a snack and all that. And there's nothing better than a good pineapple cake from my fridge. Nothing better. And where is my, what was that? But come on. I have one left, there's one left, there's one left, there's one left. God and Beals, your whistle inspector, trusted goblin slayer. Today we'll discuss a topic suggested by my friend and fellow member, Hikaru. Which is, as you may have read in the title and the thumbnail of the video, about characters from the world of anime who are, in a way, considered sacred within their own fandoms. In other words, if you criticize certain people, their fans will instantly shut you down. And the truth is, these are usually extremely exceptional cases. Because even with characters who are fanboyed to exhaustion, like Zoro from One Piece, they have been criticized, and in some cases, very harshly, to the point that there's a certain sector of each fandom that tends to label these types of characters as overrated. But with the characters I'm going to mention in this video, either I've never seen any criticism about them, or the ones I have seen have been so silly and so obviously made just to get attention that taking them seriously would clearly be a mistake on my part. So in this video, we're going to break down why I think this happens. So without further delay, let's get into the video. We begin this time with our dear Jonathan Joestar. Let me make it clear from the start that this video is not an analysis of the characters mentioned or anything like that. I repeat, this video is not an analysis of the characters mentioned or anything like that, not at all. I'm just going to mention the factors that make them so beloved by the fans, assuming that you all already know them. In Jonathan's case, the answer is very simple. Jonathan is so loved and respected because he is simply an exemplary person, nothing more, nothing less. Jonathan Joestar's life was plagued by pain and misery because of his stepbrother. He started destroying his life relentlessly from the moment he entered it. Despite everything, Jojo never stopped caring for Dio and looking out for others. Jonathan is the most faithful and refined embodiment of a true gentleman, the most refined I've seen in a manga. And not those damn creeps who claim to be gentlemen just to have an excuse to harass every woman they see. Yes, Sanji, I'm looking at you. From my point of view, honestly, you have to be really cynical to hate Jonathan. You can say he's boring, that he's old-fashioned. Although, well, that's normal. Considering he lived more than 150 years ago. Maybe he was just a textbook naive person for never truly hating Dio from the heart. But despite these details, I don't think anyone could truly hate someone so good at heart. Maybe I'm the naive one, it's possible. But I can't even begin to understand how anyone could have anything against a guy who was always treating everyone well, loving his family, and forgiving the monster that was his brother.
God, as you said, maybe our destinies are the same. I feel a strange warmth toward you. Now our lives are completely united.
But please, if even Dio, one of the worst monsters the world of manga and anime has ever produced, couldn't hate him. You really think you can? Go eat dicks. Your brain's missing yo-yo nutrients. Let's continue. Now let's get to something a bit juicier. And by juicier, I mean Escanor's massive dick because, oh my god. I think a lot of people have the mistaken belief that all the admiration for Lion Pride Escanor is because of how extremely badass he is. That's only partly true, let me explain. It's true that Escanor has gone down in history for his epic scenes and his astronomically badass way of being. But here, we can't hide the sun with a finger, you see? Because Escanor is the sun. Well...
Careful, Papu, don't make someone die laughing.
Why isn't Kirito from Sao as popular as Escanor? Basically, both share certain similarities, like being extremely powerful compared to the rest, being very badass, and practically being a representation of strength. It's very simple because Escanor is not a Gary Stu. Escanor is a character who has set a standard. He has essentially reinvented how to give badass characters context and a reason to exist. Honestly, I think many mangaka will use him as a reference in future works. Escanor is the sin of pride. Therefore, it was obvious that this character's power would be managed based on his pride. Therefore, it's not ridiculous or jarring, like in Kirito's case, that Escanor is so powerful. Similarly, Escanor is a well-balanced character, as his knight form is a clever way for the author to prevent him from being an unstoppable wildcard. It's a shame that the creator only put effort into designing the Lion of Pride, but well, that's a whole different story. The thing is that Escanor is so well made that you subconsciously accept that the character is like that. You never think anything is wrong or that they haven't explained why Escanor is the way he is. And that's because of his sublime development. And honestly, I think a picture is worth 1,000 words.
Successor of the one called God. How does it feel that a human has defeated you?
As the last addition to this list, we have Itachi Uchi. No, just kidding.
Damn, you're an idiot! You're an idiot!
Damn.
In this case, I can say empirically that I have never heard, seen, or read any kind of criticism or reproach toward the Dragon Ball Z character, Mirai Gohan, or Gohan from the alternate future.
I won't die. Even if this body is destroyed, someone else will rise and fulfill my last wish to destroy you artificial humans.
Gohan had one of the most horrible lives I've seen in the world of manga and anime, only below a few very specific characters, like Guts from Berserk, a teenager who was forced to mature abruptly, and who spent his life trying to stop the androids that ended the lives of all his loved ones and had practically taken over the world. When I've talked about Jonathan, I've said that you have to be very cynical to hate someone like him. But in Jonathan's case, this goes so much further beyond. Unlike Escanor, Jonathan, or other characters like Guts, Bardock, Itachi, Kakashi, or Gon, they all have details that to some extent can be reproachable, but Gohan doesn't have them. Which might be because he didn't have a lot of screen time. Well, that might be true, but I still think he appeared enough for you to get an idea of what kind of person he was. I'm not sure if the fact that I find it impossible for anyone not to respect future Gohan is because I'm biased, or because we're really dealing with a damn angel fallen from heaven. Let's do something together. I'm so sure that Mirai Gohan is a character that no one can blame for anything, that I'm going to challenge anyone who's watching this video. If you disagree with me and believe Gohan acted poorly or was at fault, feel free to contact me on Instagram or Twitter. My DMs are open. I'd gladly do a live stream debate with you here on YouTube, but be warned, I'll be like this the whole time.
You're so disgusting! How disgusting this pig is, huh? Zero empathy? No, even less than zero empathy. He's repulsive.
I'm joking. I had to make the joke or I would have died. As honorable mentions that haven't appeared in the video but easily could have, clarifying certain details, of course, we have Kakashi Hatake, Maito Gai, Shanks, Gon and Killua, this corn cob, and to some extent Kakyoin. If you enjoyed the video, subscribe to become a first-class JoJo fan. I've launched a League of Legends channel. If you like it, check out an experimental video I uploaded recently, and if you enjoy it, stick around. Don't forget to follow me on my social media like Instagram and Twitter, please, pretty please. Remember, on this channel, we're otakus who shower and have social lives. And I'll see you in the next videos. See you next time.